Alright, welcome back guys. It's probably gonna be a maybe like three and a half hour session tonight. Probably not gonna do anything too crazy. I'll save that for another day, but I'll try and get a bunch of stuff done today. Hopefully. But now we have Tita, Gate, and Princess Alphen back, which is great. Even after a whole night, we aren't detecting anything strange since then. The detections on the radar? Yes, no signs of pursuit. Also, no sign of any military movement for any district. Looks like Father was able to work his magic. And the special guard may come after us, but we should be fine for now. Well, there's fair and the engine is operating normally. And her little angel looks like she's in high spirits as well. This ship seems really awesome. I've never had any experience with a spirit drive engine, but you can count on me. They passed the baton on to you pretty quick, didn't they? At least it looks like you'll get used to it. Even though the spirit drive engine itself is a black box. Yeah, it's called a Heavenly Chariot, and it uses an artifact at its core. Besides the engine, any specialists like you are a huge help with the Foundation-made technology. Of course Tita would pick it up. You were trained by Professors Russell and Schmidt, two of the great three brothers. No, I have a long way to go still. It looks like our labor shortage is gonna be helped out. Finally. But the situation itself hasn't improved. Actually, it's gotten worse in some ways. Right, the mental corruption phenomenon is not limited to the army, it's spread to the citizens as well. Not to mention citizens from all over are being drafted and sent to the front lines. It hasn't even been made public yet that I was absent at all. Focus on the war effort then. After all, when you were taken during the Civil War, the citizens were very concerned. If my father gets involved in the war too, it'll get even faster too. The Ormegon strategy, the plan that my brother is spreading. They seem very well prepared, so you've been able to formulate countermeasures? You mean the Middle Mirage plan, right? Yes, our preparations are progressing very well. The princess is a given, but getting you as well, Tita, is one big factor. Huh? Me? Holding her under house arrest was likely to keep you in check as well. So what are the chances that the release was actually planned for? Oh, stop beating around the bush and just come out and say it. Well, it still isn't time for that yet. We must pursue our own objective to the end. As of now, we still have no clues about where Elise is, after all. Yeah. Reen's little sister. We were hoping she would be with you. Yes, we were together at the girls' school, but we ended up getting separated. But considering she's related to Reen, at least I don't think they're treating her badly or anything. I'll definitely find her and get her back. Definitely. To that end, let's continue our search and patrol all over. Right. I've already started gathering some information. It's available on the terminal. Phantom Thief B, he helped us out that one time in Crossbell. So he entered the Empire and he's living the thief life. Well, even if he was helping us, he does give off a strange vibe. Oh, and this one is from Celestine. He's missing too, but it looks like he's doing okay. Those seem like urgent matters. It might be good to check them out. Yeah, let's get started right away. By the way, I'll be your instructor's backup for today. We'll be alone, just the two of us. It makes me kind of excited. No, you won't be alone actually. Oh, if only I brought my orbital staff, I would have gone too. Reen, make sure you keep an eye on her now. No, you don't have to worry about that. I'll be going along too, so just shout if you need backup. I'll be trying my best also. Oh my god. Oh, so many people. Jesus. Ah! God, she has so much HP. 35,000, my lord. Okay, Crow, obviously. If I'm bringing Tita or Agate, I might as well bring both. They're basically a pair. So the last slot just has to go to like somebody. But who? Wait. Sure. I'll bring Emma. Why not? Good enough. The situation in St. Dark Parm and Tita's Gate has changed. When you complete either of the two semi-required quests, the story will advance. Got bonding points. What is it that I got? Oh, her Mildine outfit. That's exciting. Meido. Oh, yes. Actually, I'll save this. I won't put that on yet, but definitely gotta put that on later. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very good. So let's take care of some bonding quests here. So let's see the ones we have available. Oh baby. We have 4 points. Wow. That is a lot. So there's Kurt, Toa, Machias, Altina, Alphin, and Laura. So first things first, I probably want to do... Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's do Altina first. The outside. Altina? What is she up to? She didn't even notice I came. She must be lost in thought. Maybe as her instructor, I should go check what's on her mind. Alright, here goes. Soles. Where are you going? Instructor Reen. Please don't worry, I just have to take care of something. I promise I won't get in your way at all. Wait, Altina! Where in the world? Let's go after her with Valimar. After that, Reen told the others that he had left, and they all started thinking about where she would have gone. After looking at the information that she had been researching, they determined where she had gone. Reen's hometown, Ymir the Hot Springs town. The town in the government's non-interference zone with the Baron's family was trained to lure out Reen. It seemed today that plan might actually work. In pursuit, Reen arrived in the Isengard Mountains behind his hometown Ymir. And with Valimar hidden, he sprinted towards the city as fast as he could. And we haven't been here in a while. I need to make it on time. That's enough, little girl. Oh, this place. No, Altina! To think that this little girl would try to interfere in our plan. Black Combat Shell, are you the Black Rabbit of the Intelligence Division? Perfect. Then we'll hold you like Baron and his wife to lure him out. Demon Gale. Demon Arcane Gale. What a monster. He took out the Soldat. Are you the... Get back. I won't let you get one step closer to Altina. Instructor. We won't stop back here. It will be a disgrace to the Special Guard. Call for backup. Surround them. Alright, you guys can pull back. Scarecrow. You're the one under the Chancellor. Why are you here? That's my line, come on. You're forbidden from excess meddling in the Ymir area. It's a non-interference zone. Ignoring orders and working on your own, doesn't that seem a bit too eager? Well... But Major, it's a fact that the Ashen Chevalier has been active in Ordis and the Fortress. Before he interrupts our plan any further, we ought to pay him back. Oh, I'm not arguing with you. Pull back at once. That's an order from the Iron Blood. From the Chancellor? At once. Oh, sorry that my forces caused you some trouble. I'll punish them myself if they interfere in Ymir one more time. Lecter, why? Later, Reen. She did this for you, so don't be too hard on her. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to help you a little bit. Did you really be putting your face there, Reen? Thank God. Really? I'm really happy that you're thinking about me, but never ever do that again. Never decide for yourself to put yourself in danger like that. If what happened to her, if what happened to her happened to you, I would... I see. A little more and I would have caused him pain like back then. I'm sorry, Reen. I promise I'll never go off my own like this again. It's fine, as long as you understand. I'm so glad you're okay. I need to change, don't I? Like Milliam. No, even she had regrets. I need to find my own way to protect his weakness. What is this feeling? It's different from what I feel with Yuna. What is this called? Oh baby. Afterwards, Reen and Altina went back to the ship with Valimar. Their friends were relieved that they made it back safely. Oh, nice. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 left, and I have 3 bonding points. Let's see. Let's do... Where are you? Yeah, I'll do Laura's next. I just gotta find hers. There it is. Okay. Dot dot dot. Laura, is something wrong? You have a really serious look on your face. No, I'm just thinking. We got you and Crow back safely as we continue to do with others, but the enemy has the Ironblood Children, the Society, Zephyr, the Red Constellation. I was wondering if I can really hope to face the enemies we have in our path. Can I really replace Victor Arseed as representative of the Arseed style? That's what I've been thinking about. There's nothing wrong with my sword itself, the problem is with me. I must continue to train to serve as Class 7 sword. She's got some complicated feelings now. In that case... Right, we should go to that place. Laura, if you have a minute, can you come with me somewhere? What do you mean? I know the perfect place for you to drill yourself. That's what you want. It might be good to help clear up your hesitation. You really are something. So, where is this place? They consulted with the others and asked to go to a special place while the others continued gathering information. Oh, Bryonia Island. Bryonia Island, where we faced Crow. I see, yes. This place might be ideal for training. Exactly. You can swing your sword with full strength on this deserted island. I had the same experience of abandoning myself on an island when I was isolated in the mountains for training. I spent 2 days here with the B team when we were students, but I do think this is perfect though. The enemy won't see us either. In that case, I shall start getting prepared. First, we should construct a base and be sure to secure food and fresh water. Right, let's do that. And so the two of them began their training in Bryonia Island. First, they set up their tents at their new base and found a source of fresh water. They also found adequate sources of food as well. They carried out training drills against each other. They began combat training exercises all over the island. And they became so completely absorbed in their training that without realizing it, oh, alone in a cave. This sucks, and I checked the forecast and everything. Maybe this is also because of the twilight. No, I'm overthinking it. It is just the summer weather. It can change on a dime. The worst of the storm passed, let's wait here a bit longer. Right. But training is really excellent. I feel that the more I swing my sword, the more my hesitation fades. Perhaps my sword can be used to wipe away my own stagnation like this. I see. You're thinking about your father, the Viscount, right? Yes. Everything went black in front of my eyes then. It was as if the earth vanished from around me and all the strength left me. And the next thing I knew, Emma and Gaius were carrying me, and I wasn't able to save you or Milliam. It was so pathetic, I couldn't bear it. But as the Sword of Arseed for the Radiant Blade Master, you all encouraged me to carry on. I wasn't able to live on using the words my father gave me when I was fully initiated in the techniques, and so I couldn't extend a hand to Elisa in her sorrow or Eustace in his grief. And now you are tasked with a rivalry as a sacrifice. Yet you've accepted the fate and you and Crow and all the others have moved forward. Compared to all of you, I'm really half-baked, aren't I? What's the point of being initiated? What's the point of wielding a sword? I'm weak, I can barely stand up myself. I have to cling on. I've been brooding over this so much I can hardly bear it. And that is without a doubt what is clouding my own sword. You see. You might be very similar as swordsmen then. Huh? The entire time I was in the workshop, I was brooding over how powerless I was. Why couldn't I have been a little stronger? As I lost myself, that's all I could think. But it's different from you, Laura. As fellow swordsmen, I've always intended to watch you. And my own problem aside, there's something I'm concerned about. Now, that's became a conviction. Laura, I mean... Are you not searching for a place to die? Your own heart was given to you by your father, and now you bear the burden of being a sacrifice of the Empire's curse. But unlike Crow, you are not immortal. So then, why do you give up? Your lack of answer confirms it. It is because you carry guilt. Guilt because you unleashed the curse and became Milliam's death. And you cannot shake the thought that you're responsible for it. Isn't that right? Yes, it is. No, I accept it. My very heart is a fake. By unleashing the Twilight, I might have started a war that could claim millions of lives. The fact that I was able to do that through my unconscious means my heart has become strong. I'm not looking for a place to die, but I'm trying to figure out how I can even use my life. That's the way to describe who I am now. See. It may be pitiful, but right now I need to thank you. That even though you are in that dangerous state, you still listen to my own anguish and what is in the bottom of my heart. Overcoming the grief from losing my father, I felt myself full of fury and anger. You were able to help me feel that, just for a moment. Nani? Wait a second. Already? Whoa. Laura, moving fast. My heart. And one more thing, it's true. I'm sure Elisa and Emma and even Fee are all the same. But I feel the same as a woman. When I'm with you, I can't contain it. So much that I want to tie you down for myself, even if I have to use my sword. Laura. Thanks, Laura. Thanks to you, I feel like I was able to wake up a bit. I thought I was trying to cheer you up, but how pathetic. And yet by recognizing my own weakness, I have no choice but to face it. Yes, that is precisely why we must be near each other, to be able to overcome it together. I also accept my own weakness, and I want you to as well. And while there may be others who want to get close to you, at least for now, allow me. Wow, even though it was raining that hard, now we must continue our afternoon training. Right. Are you feeling embarrassed now? Not at all. How rude of you. Did we not come here to train? This is never what we were supposed to do. She can have some pretty cute reactions sometimes. Got it. Let's train hard this afternoon. We'll face our weakness together and succeed together. Yes, perfect. Afterwards, they went back to the base for lunch with a slightly awkward atmosphere. They continued training in the afternoon before returning to the ship. Oh my god. That was spicy. Oh, I loved it. That was good. I didn't expect them to kiss. But that definitely secured Laura as the best girl top slot for sure for me. That was I like that one. Anyways, we have 2 left to do. Well, 4, but alright, let's see, let's head back up. Oh god.
Yes.
Alright. Wow, that was unexpected. Oh god. Man. Let's see. Let's do Princess Alpha next. God, the ones after this are probably not going to be that great. Maybe I should have done Laura's last, but it's okay. Princess Alphin, what's with the flower and suitcase? Oh, just another outfit I prepared. If we had time, I thought I might stop by Ulster. Alright, that's where Prince Oliver's home was. His state funeral was already carried out in the capital, but his body was incinerated, so even though the funeral was splendid, there's nothing in the grave. So I feel like his soul is probably actually living in Ulster. That's why I'd figured I'd go to his hometown and leave a flower there. Well, it's a personal matter, so it's only if we have time. I also need to find a way to be useful to everyone while on board the ship. I have some experience as well, so please feel free to use me as part of the crew. Prince Oliver's hometown. Maybe I should as well. Princess, would you mind if I took you there in Valimar? I feel that it would be good for me to leave a flower for him as well. Thank you very much. Please do. And so Reed and Alphen headed out into the frontier, and taking care not to stand out, they entered Ulster. We made it. Sorry to make you carry my luggage this whole way, Reen. No, of course it's no trouble. But the weight and feel of this, I bet it would be nice to check in on Sandy too. So this was the Lenheim estate that brother grew up in. I never got a chance to see it before it burned down. We did visit here as Class 7 during the Civil War. I heard about that lightning strike a few months ago from Yuna. Yes, it really does feel like it was some kind of omen now. Let's leave the flowers. Maybe by that stone monument? What's wrong? Probably from Shara. A white flower? Someone else came already? No way. Oh, this black cloth ribbon is used by the Arner family in times of mourning. It must have been Cedric. What does he mean by this? He was one of the ones who blew up the Crimson Wings. What does this mean? How dare he grieve for him? No, I'm the same though. Princess. I heard about the rivalries from Emma and Celine. If you end up fighting Cedric in the future, I want you to throw away any pity you might have, even if it's a matter of life and death. You're so kind, Reen. I feel that you would hesitate if you ended up in a fight with Cedric, but I can no longer forgive him anymore. Princess Helfin, I'm sorry, but I cannot comply. Gert also has feelings about the Crown Prince. But more importantly, I'm sure you'd never be satisfied, Princess. To you, he's the closest person in your life. Your brother and twin. Nothing is set in stone in regards to the rivalry. You need to think of how you yourself want to act. And I'll lend you my strength to that end as much as possible. I have a long way to go, don't I? Elise would laugh at me for this. But you're right, father cannot move, mother is still captive. In place of Oliver, I must be the one to face my brother. I decided not to run. I'm his only sister after all. I think you're right. Prince Cedric came here to leave a flower. I think your thoughts will definitely reach him. Thank you, Reen. Right, there's actually something I wanted to test out. It's something inside that case. Oh, his loot. I thought it might be a loot in there. Is that the one? It's the one he used when he traveled to Brill, and now it's my precious memento. I just started practicing recently, so I thought it might be nice to play a song. Danny told me the mayor's out of town, so it should be just fine. I see. I did hear that the mayor of this town was acting strangely, so... Valmore's on standby as well, so we should be fine. I'd love to hear your piece. Now you're making me nervous. Alright, here it goes. Sorry, I practiced a little more, but it might just be the wrong size for me. That's probably true, it's not quite the right size for a girl. That was Amber Love, right? Mind if I give it a try? Oh, right, I heard from Elise 2 years ago during that school festival. Yeah, that happened. My father actually taught me how to play. I should be able to play a famous song like that. Sugoi desu. That was splendid, Reen. Perhaps as good as my brother was. No way. But what a nostalgic piece. I remember hearing it when I was a kid. His mother Ariel loved that song I heard. It was a song that she left with our father, who was Crown Prince, after she rejected his proposal. I feel as though I know why my brother liked to play it so much. I see. I remember the story the Emperor told me about her. And like brother, there were other people whom she thought about as well, that somehow, someday, the hearts of people might change. Just like the thoughts in my own heart. Huh? I'm certain we will find where Elise is very soon, and that you'll definitely take her back once we do. That's already determined in fate. When you say that, it definitely makes me a little uneasy, but I plan to, for sure. Right, and that is why I won't hold back here. I'm certain brother would approve, and well, things with Cedric are a bit complex, but...
好きです、リーンさん。
I love you, Reen.
あの2年前のパンタグリュエル、私を解放してくださったあの日から。
Ever since that day you rescued me on the Pantagruel 2 years ago.
親友の兄君に対してではなく、エレボニアの公女としてでもなく。
Not as the older brother of my best friend, not as the princess of Erebonia.
一人の娘として、あなたという人。
Just as a girl. With you. Your piece was really lovely, Reen. I don't need an answer, I just wanted you to have my thoughts. Because once you get Elise back, I'm sure you won't be thinking about anything else. And because if a war really does start, we might not have a chance like this again. Let's head back to the ship to find Elise. I was thinking maybe I could help Toa out a bit. Afterwards, Reen and Alphen said hi to Sandy before heading back on Valimar, and on the way back, Princess insisted on carrying the case with the loot in it herself. I am so sorry, Princess Alphen, but I'm gonna have to friend zone her. My heart has already been taken by Laura. Okay, so let's see. We have 3 more, and so let me save right here. And God. There you go. I saved, right? Okay. So let's see, next up, let's do like, I want to end it with Toa. So let me do Machias, then Kurt, and then Toa. Let me see, let me find Machias here. This information, it couldn't be. I guess, what's wrong? Well, I actually just got a status report from my father in Ordis. It sounds like a certain person was dispatched there from the capital. Something concerning coming up? It's just that my father is in a tough position after being demoted and sent away from the capital. Well, I hope he can face it well, but I guess all I can do for now is pray for his success. I don't really understand what's going on, but it sounds like he's really worried about his dad. Well, Valimar should be able to get us to Ordis. Machias, if you like, how about we head to Ordis? I think we should be able to slip by the special guard with Valimar. Well, thanks actually. There are a lot of things I'd like to confirm for myself. Let me get a hold of my dad. Right, let's go then. After contacting Governor Regnitz, they headed to Ordis using Valimar. They met up with one of the governor's trainees and were guided to a back entrance of the mansion. Machias, Reen, thank you so much for coming to the city. I know it's a big risk for you. I really just intended to report on the current state of affairs here, but it appears I've worried you. So that's why I wanted to come to see for myself. It does look like there are quite a few troubles brewing here. Yes, the National Mobilization Law and the Conscription and Collection Committee. Right. Established to oppose the Ministry of Justice and the Inspectorate, a judicial branch. This Conscription Committee is a newly established department. Well, just like the same name implies, this division has become responsible for the drafting and collecting goods for the war effort. And so this committee member was dispatched to Ordis to carry out judicial affairs, but he's targeting only nobles. Yes, this information was confirmed by Vincent and House Florald, and it appears they are attempting to collect more than what was initially agreed upon without me noticing. As a result, some of the nobles of the city have been driven to the brink of bankruptcy. That's going too far, no matter what the circumstances. It's as if there is a grudge against the entire nobility. But is it true that the committee member himself is originally a noble? Yes, no doubt. Through discussions with House Cayenne, he's confirmed to be a son of an earl. In some cases, he or Vincent might work against a secret agreement with the nobles. Though I no longer have the same authority myself, it would still be good to keep an eye on this as a member of the Inspectorate. Yes, and while I'm here, I'd like to offer my aid however I can. But the story does sound really familiar. Excuse me, Governor Regnitz. What's the matter all of a sudden? A committee member is at it again in the port area. He's forcibly collecting goods from the noble ships. Well then, let us split and begin collecting the goods. As soon as everything is collected, arrange for transporting the goods to our main base. Understood. What's this now? This area is presently off limits. You there in the glasses. I recognize you from somewhere. Huh? Someone you know, Marcus? Yes, I had a feeling about this. Long time no see, Arthur. Ever since sister's funeral. So that means... Who would have thought that you'd be the one to show up and not your father? Long time no see, Marcus. I heard you graduated from Thor's and joined the Inspectorate. You've really grown. So this is the noble who was engaged to Marcus' cousin. But I believe due to the interference of House Cayenne, they called it off and the cousin went her own way. I heard that you started working at the Imperial government after all of that. Originally joined as part of the Ministry of Justice, but later became part of the team enforcing national mobilization law. Yes, I asked to be transferred into that capacity as soon as the law was passed. But what a strange coincidence that you would be in Ordis at the same time. Really, this is not something you nor your father have any business worrying about. It's true, I have no authority to carry out work as an inspector now. Even so, I came to confirm it for myself. What are your intentions? What your intentions here are, and that you really intend to collect from these ships. According to my father, these goods and supplies were carried for the support of people suffering during the war, as a last stand. Even if it is the national mobilization law, should the well-being of the people not be spared from the tax collection? Ordinarily, yes. However, in this situation, the decision is left up to the National Mobilization Law and our committee. The headquarters has already confirmed these actions. Specifically, the proposal that the heaviest load should be undertaken by the nobility with the most assets. They'd go that far. Right, so as we've heard, you are blatantly mistreating the nobility. However, we know that the tax law permits several interpretations. I believe in this instance, you are misusing it. If you really do belong to the Ministry of Justice, you should at least know this much. Marcus, I heard you participated in the Civil War 2 years ago, so you must know how stupid the nobility is. The four great houses and their supporters paid huge reparations, but that was not sufficient, concerning the amount that the nobility has hindered the Empire's progress traditionally, thinking about the history of innocent citizens. Yes, we will make the nobles make amends, so that we can overcome this war for the future of the Empire. Look at this! I thought so. Arthur. You know, Trisha would not be happy about this. What? I've been thinking this whole time, why did a member of the nobility join that committee? When you yourself came from an earl's family, why would you be chasing after nobles? You've been regretting my cousin's death the entire time, haven't you? If only the Cayenne family hadn't gotten in the way. No, if only you hadn't listened. I told her that she was my beloved, that she would bear with it. So how could you go and die on me? What am I even saying now? How could I feel like this about her now? Right. Knowing all of this, you lived on in your regret. You know, working as an inspector, when I had time, I looked into all sorts of things. After the incident with my cousin, you left the capital division of the government right away, but immediately joined another department. Refusing the marriage proposal from House Kyan, you instead went to live at your parents' home. And it was there that you began changing your view on the purpose of the nobility and the empire. I believe this is all a manner of atonement for my cousin. You have no right to say that. I'm the same way. I hate the nobility, I hate the trend of the empire, but I hate my own weakness more than all of that. On the other hand, you were the one who felt the despair as a member of the nobility during the Civil War, so you decided to join the National Mobilization Act Committee to reduce the nobility's power and add to the war effort. But that is wrong. No matter what the circumstances, people who use dirty measures are in the wrong. We are the ones who uphold the law, we can never try to be above them. I know that already. But not everything can work so cleanly or nothing would change. I couldn't change anything then, right? Yes, but you are just one man. You must at least treat the people in front of you as well. You are still so absorbed in my cousin's deaths, so was I. Even with that, I was able to push forward with re-uses in Class 7 and find my path in the Inspectorate. And I know you can find your path too, and I want to help you. After all, you are the man my cousin chose. Akius. You really did grow up, and I've just been standing still. How in the world can I face your father now? By facing forward yourself. Governor Regnitz, no matter what happens from now on, I intend to push forward as the governor. But I am not enough on my own. I need Makis and Rina and the power of the youth. And I'd like your help as well, Arthur, just like when you worked for me before. I'm sure Trisha wants the same. Yes, I'm sure she'd be happy. Please face forward, Arthur. Not just against the nobility, but to change the empire in the true sense. I've made a mistake. I'm sorry, Trisha. Afterwards, Arthur called off the seizure of goods from the noble's ships, and though he continued acting as a member of the National Mobilization Act Committee, he promised to engage the governor in negotiations. This is really great, Machias. Yes, I feel really relieved myself too. Thanks, Reen. I don't think I would have been able to say those things the way I was before, so if I've grown at all, it's thanks to you and Eustace in Class 7. Same to you. Thanks to you, I'm starting to believe a little more, that there may be a day I understand my own father too. You're absolutely right, though it's a lot harder than my case. But let me help you the best I can, Reen, to the very end. Right, I'm counting on you, Marcus. That was nice. That was actually a significant Maki spawning event. For once. Okay, so let's reload the save. Let's do Kurtz next. No surprise you're in here training. Not bad. Kurt, are you checking your form? Your posture through your shoulders looks really strong. Yeah, I was actually surprised myself. I think it's because we were able to face the Colonel Neidhart in the fortress. As my brother's sworn friend and comrade, he was always a source of encouragement for me. I see, we really do need to thank him in the army again. We do, but I have a long way to go. I need to continue to improve before we face Prince Cedric. And I need to find that thing that my uncle told us about. Are you searching for something? In that case? Can you give me any details on whatever you're searching for? If not, tell me about it, I might be able to help. Got it. Then would you mind coming somewhere with me? I'll explain on the way. Date night. Kappa. Pride. And so they went together to a certain place to search for something, and Kurt explained the situation. Is that the sword? Yes, it matches the characteristics I heard about exactly. It's the sword of the founder of the Vander form, Roland Vander. This is one of the two swords he wielded during the War of the Lions. A legendary sword that he used 250 years ago with the Emperor Dracula to raise an army. In other words, this is basically the sword that your ancestor himself used. Yes, he wielded this one in his left hand. I thought it was missing, but somehow my uncle got word in the Sea Fortress that the sword was here. I may have gathered a clue about the essence of one of the sword that Roland himself used. That was the message he sent to the Merkaba. I think I understand. The reason that you're growing so much of the swordsman now and not during the war, it's not because of the general, you're starting to connect to your own karma. It's embarrassing, but I can't hide it. At any rate, after finding this sword, I have a duty to retrieve it. Let's go negotiate with the manager. After negotiating with the store manager, because they knew Ash, they got the sword at a reduced price, and after getting it polished slightly at the weapons workshop, they took it out on the road to test it. Ooh, fancy. I see, so Roland used this. How does the grip feel? It strangely feels like I've already adapted to it. Of course, it makes me feel like I need to find the other one of the set too. What is this? Something is flowing inside my head. Kurt! Oh, memory. Drykles, my beloved master and my friend, I swear on these swords. I shall accompany you until the day you accomplish your great cause. If the day should come that your power wanes, I shall use these swords to awaken you. Even if I should die, I shall still watch over you and the future of the Empire. What was that? It was a memory, no, a thought contained in the sword. A thought of Roland Vander, your ancestor. That was Roland? How could it be? As the personal guard of Emperor Dracula during the War of the Lions, he lost his life before the conclusion, but his very spirit continued to watch over his master until the very end. And as they were awakener and semi-awakener, it must have resonated with the two of us, who share the same relationship. Roland's spirit. I almost felt like I could touch his spirit. I won't lose to my ancestors. As an inheritor of a sword of protection, I need to find a way through this trial, and then finally snap the crown and prince out of it with my own hands. Along with you, I vow it. Right, I'm counting on you. I'll be expecting more out of you, Kurt. Afterwards, I did some light practice and returned to the ship. Until he could find the second sword, he placed the sword in storage. And then now let's do Toa's. Oh hey Reen, you're always working so hard gathering information, aren't you? By the way, what is that O file that's on the screen? Well, actually it's some data that Elisa brought. Apparently it's a file that the girl named Ren from the world gave her. Ren, she was the former bracer and Tita's best friend. What kind of data is it? Well, you heard that their team infiltrated Orcus Tower about a month ago in Crossfire, right? This contains top secret information that they were able to extract there. Alright, detailed records of what happened that day in the capital. Yes, and apparently it included lots of data about past incidents as well. But it seems like it's not easy to remove the encryption from all of it. So we've been working to try to decode more of it. I see. Well, if we could understand more of that data, it would be a big help to all of us. I thought so too, so that's why I'm helping. And there was one file I thought I could break into, so I thought I was about to try. I see. Maybe there's something I could do to help her get into the file? Toa, can I lend you a hand? It might be faster if I worked on the second terminal. It's fine, you're busy, Reen. I just need to find a way in. You know how I am. I always want to find a piece to bite off myself. I'm not bad at using computers either. I'm sure I should be able to add some value. You won't let me talk you out of it even though you're always doing too much. But thanks. Then I'll take you up on that. The settings here are good. I'm starting to start the process now. Thanks, I'm prepared too. Alright, then let's synchronize the task and set for auto-logging. Maybe I should buy some drinks. Now we just need to wait for it to complete. Good work here. When did you... Is that Ken Coco? Yeah, you like cocoa, right? Thanks, Reen. Oh, you're not fair, Reen. You got black coffee yourself. I'm not really used to coffee with a lot of sugar. This feels like when you were in the school in the student council room. Yes, I would try to help you, but you'd end up helping me instead. I know I said it before, but I'm really glad you're okay. Thanks, Reen. But even if you say that, we have so many problems left in front of us. We have to find the rest of the students and Elise. And even though Angie is back, George... And yeah, Crow is okay for now, but... No good. Crow always rubs my head whenever I look like I'm gonna cry. And Angie would definitely jostle me around if she saw me. That does sound likely. Seriously, those two are exactly the same as they always were. And George would definitely... Oh, it's finished. Let's check the log. I'll help you out. Let's split it up. And so Toa and Reen worked together to parse through the results from the file. Details about an accident that occurred 17 years ago were included. Though it was not related to the current incident, it still contained some gut-wrenching information. What is this? The accident with the airliner 17 years ago. It was a ship bound from Ilaysk in North Ambria from Crossbell. There was trouble with the orbital engine. Everyone was lost. But it wasn't an accident after all. It got caught up in a feud between the intelligence divisions of the Empire and the Republic. Most of the citizens were from Crossbell. It was one of the reasons cited during the Independence Declaration 2 years ago. There were even several people from the Empire on board. And they were your parents. Returning from an international conference in political science and economics. Right, I was really young, so I don't really remember much. My grandfather was helping to look for a means for economic revival in North Ambria. Of course, the people of Crossbell would get upset, always having to turn a blind eye to the incidents between the two big nations that they were caught in. I feel even more now how frustrating that situation must have been. And one thing led to another, finally leading to the way things are today. This case, Hamel. The cause might be the curse of the Empire, but it affects the karma of all people. But I can't look away from this. I have to face it. It's exactly as you say, but... Thanks, Reen. You really helped. We need to relay this info to the Liberal and Crossbell teams. Please do. I should probably leave her alone for now, but at this rate... Okay, now, there should be a special bonding event over at Elin. Well, not bonding event, but special event. I have these two, right? Blood effects. Reen entered the hot springs to take a quick break, and when he got there, he ran into some familiar faces. Well, it's different from Elmo, but this isn't bad either. Wait, what's wrong with you, Tita? You feeling sick? No, it's not that. Uh, 2 years ago I was fine going in with Estelle and Grandpa and even Agate was there then. Why was I able to do it so easily? It really does bring people together though, doesn't it? That's one of the benefits of the bath. You know, they feel kind of distant, they'll butt in as an outsider. No, don't forget Tita and I were roommates. That's just how we were. Huh? So you've known Tita for 4 years then, Agate? It sounds like you went in the bath back then as well, but don't you think she's grown since then? Muse? She was only 12, so she was pretty tiny. And now she becomes such a stunning girl for her age. It's kind of a similar feeling I got when I was with my sister when she was alive. I see, I had heard about that. God, when she was 12, oh my god. That's right. There was an accident, I believe. But didn't you say it's the same feeling you said? You said it's a similar feeling. Of course, Misha and Tita are different. Their looks and personalities were totally different, and she was charming in her own way, but I never expected Tita to become so beautiful. Oh, wait, what are you making me say? Looks like I was able to provide some covering fire. But I don't really feel a distance from Gate. Seriously, hey Schwarzer. I need to thank you for looking after Tita this whole time. Of course I need to thank Herschel and Orlando too. Sure, she's helped us out plenty of times herself. But... don't let her get with any nasty boys now. Besides you in Class 7, no mixed bathing with anyone else. You hear? I'll keep an eye on it. So, Agate, do you actually... I can't hear you. Sure. So now, let me... back up this ship real quick.